So, something I've been seeing a lot of recently, especially on GameFAQs and every Zelda site ever made, was just a lot of rage about this past E3 with Nintendo not announcing Majora's Mask 3D, and now there are just people clamoring all over, just, is it going to happen? Is it not? Well, I personally do not know, and really have no way of knowing. I do honestly believe it will be done. I support this, but let's actually look at some of the facts here that people are clearly overlooking. So, part of why people are right now just are so upset is, I don't know, we were all expecting it at E3 this year. I was expecting it too, and I was very disappointed, but I came to realize something that just made me realize not all hope is gone. So, what was this? The reason I think most of us were expecting Majora's Mask to be shown off and released this year was because we were originally told that the original time frame for Zelda Wii U would have been this year, which obviously is not going to happen. They're currently estimating it will come out 2015, which is actually the reason why I do believe that it will be announced early next year and probably released sometime in summer or fall of next year. I mean, let's look at the past few release cycles for a frame of reference here. So of course this all started with Skyward Sword and Ocarina of Time in 2011, which was where the whole Majora's Mask thing started. They obviously made Ocarina of Time to show off the 3DS hardware, and also to keep us tided over for Skyward Sword, which is coming out later that year. And so if this was its own little case, that would have been fine, but 2 years later, as they were holding us over for Link Between Worlds, they announced The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD for Wii U to hold us over until Link Between Worlds came out. It was announced early that year, released later, well, last year. And so, I feel it's very safe to say that likely the time frame is either very late into this year, like sometime November, December, or probably about February to April will honestly be when we will get a Majora's Mask 3D announcement. We just need to be patient and just remember, Nintendo knows what they're doing. They're gonna just hold us over so we don't go completely maniacal about Zelda Wii U, which I know we all will be doing this time next year. We went nuts for Skyward or Twilight Princess. We went nuts all over. It's not, guys. It will happen. Don't worry. I mean, the amount of assets, like most of the assets for the game is already done. Most of the port work, they just have to make some textures and just do a new GUI. And assuming that Grezzo is hired to do it, it probably could be made in probably 6 to 8 months, considering it's about the same time frame that Ocarina of Time 3D took, and they already still have all those same assets from Ocarina of Time 3D probably, so who knows. If you're like me, just still wanting to play Majora's Mask, go ahead and just play it now. Don't hold your breath too much for release. I don't think it would be released at some time just in between July to November next year, so just go ahead, have fun with it. Enjoy Hyrule Warriors, that's coming out later this year too. It's kind of a lot of Majora's Mask references. I've seen the moon. I know Skull Kid's in Smash Bros. I don't know about Hyrule Warriors. Actually, the real thing we should be protesting here is not so much Majora's Mask as much as we don't get awesome pre-order bonuses at all that Japan gets. So yeah, that's my whole 2 cents on the subject. Like, comment, subscribe down below. Help the channel grow. We're still fairly small. At the present, I feel like it's going to be pretty decent growth, and I can still interact with people fairly easily who want to message me. So if you have any fun stories about Majora's Mask or want to post your comments, go ahead. If you want to tell me why I'm an idiot that this game's never going to come out on the 3DS, go ahead. Yeah. So enjoy that. Till next time, this has been Sir Clud.